Hello and welcome to BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayande. If you grew up in Nigeria, you would be familiar with a particular brand of kitchenware. I'm talking about Towal aluminium pots and pans. Our journey on BOI Weekly today takes us to the headquarters of the Towal Aluminium Group, a company that started its operation here in the country just a year before Nigeria gained independence. 57 years on, Towal Aluminium has grown astronomically from producing basic domestic aluminium wares and diversified into other industrial products for roofing, cladding, flexible packaging, and other extruded profiles. The Towal Aluminium Group consists of 5 subsidiaries with installations and other associated companies all over the country, delivering competitive services across the entire value chain of the aluminium industry. We spoke with the Group Managing Director, Dr. Jines Dugat. He says Towal Aluminium is proud to be associated with the Bank of Industry. Stay close. Mr. Dugat, thank you very much for coming on BOI Weekly.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I grew up with the brand Towal Aluminium as a child, and it was not just in my own home that I saw the Towal brand, cookwares and home utensils. Tell me, what's the story?
See, Towal Aluminium was incorporated in 1959 by a British company in Midland Aluminium Limited, and our group, which is Comcraft Services Limited, took over from the Midland Aluminium in after 10 years, 1969, because they were not doing good, they were making losses, and we came in 1969, and when we came in, it was a small operation manufacturing aluminium pots and pans, which we are still doing. But then we started backward integration. Then we put up a color coating line, first of its kind in the whole of West Africa, to coat the aluminium and steel coils. And that operation started in 1986 and still is in operation and producing the aluminium and steel coils, supplying to the downstream roofing companies all over Nigeria. And to popularize that product, we have set up number of ancillary units all over Nigeria, right from Maiduguri. So we popularize the aluminium roofing sheet in the country, the colored roofing sheet in this country, and we never stopped. Up till now, we were in importing most of our raw material, which is aluminium ingots, from overseas, from Brazil, from South Africa, from Canada and other countries. And ALSCON, which the federal government set up a project in 1990, unfortunately, that project did not, it was commissioned but it never ran satisfactorily. And you may be aware that the 2 managements have changed there and factory is closed, and as such they are not in production. So all roofing units have to import their raw material. To save the foreign exchange of the country, we started a backward integration plant by putting up a scrap melting shop where we are melting the scrap, recovering the scrap and producing the aluminium ingots, aluminium hot roll coil, aluminium billets. And as such, today 90% of our raw material we are sourcing locally.
All right. Towal Aluminium has been in Nigeria for 57 years. In those years, what has been your corporate social responsibility to Nigeria?
Towal Aluminium, we have 20 locations, and you will see that all units except in some units are managed 100% by Nigerian managers. Some unit we may have one or two expatriate, and we depend on the people, and we are developing the manpower at every stages. All the workers all over our factory are local. We don't have any foreign workers, direct workers. We have technocrats which are giving training to the local people, and we have hundreds of local managers who run the businesses. And not only that, wherever we are there, we have involved in the charitable causes. We have put up a tube well, scholarships we are giving in the schools, and also training of the people.
What's the value of that scholarship?
See, I don't have the figure of the value, but I will go by number of scholarships which we are offering. We had a C.T. David Foundation who is doing a scholarship for the Towal Aluminium and its employees, which was founded on the name of the late GM Group Managing Director of Towal Aluminium, who died in an accident or drowned in the Atlantic. In this name we are running a scholarship. Then we also have another foundation called Chandaria Foundation, which is named in of the Comcraft, directors of the Comcraft. We are also running a foundation. We are giving scholarship to the school in the Bekuta.
What percentage of your production capacity has the forex crisis eroded?
The forex crisis in Nigeria, I have seen it, worst of it, when I was here in 1982, since 84, 85. Till 1995, foreign exchange crisis was there. The most important thing that we have not done much in backward integration as a country. In Towal, we have done a lot in backward integration. We used to import $100 million worth of goods. If you see the record, up to 2009 and 10, we were importing $100 million worth of goods. Today, we import hardly $10 million. So, that is what is required. And also, to make it zero, we need the aluminium smelting plant, Ikotabasi, should run. That will be will extend the use of aluminium, and lot of industries will come up in the country if the aluminium is available locally. Because aluminium today, aluminium and steel are the two metals which are important for the modern world.
What are your honest thoughts about the forex crisis in Nigeria?
Forex crisis is affecting, even to take that 10% is getting very difficult, and we have to go and buy from all sources which are known to everybody, but our volumes have dropped because as the costs have gone very high. The another factor which affecting us or affected us so far is power. The power is a very, very important input in our power and gas. And last few months, or say since last 8 months, power gas crisis has crippled our operation.